Welcome back to the cryptoworld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, Bitcoin is flashing a new signal in the short term, potentially repeating history after the price hit the exact technical price target to the downside. And on top of that, Ethereum has now confirmed the breakout above this significant level of resistance, as the price is now bouncing again from this important level of support in the short term, which I'll talk about later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, just giving you a quick update here on the weekly Bitcoin chart, and obviously we're still playing out that massive rejection from the golden pocket, which is the most significant area of resistance for Bitcoin right now, sitting in between around 48,000 to 50,000. And obviously, as expected, we saw a strong rejection from that strong resistance, and so at least for now, once again, that's still the important area of resistance to pay attention to on the weekly time frame. But here on the weekly chart, even though we're playing out a rejection right now, obviously we're still technically within this much larger bullish trend, because at least as of right now, we're still forming significant higher lows and higher highs in the price of Bitcoin on the weekly time frame. Even if we saw a larger correction in the price of Bitcoin, even if we corrected all the way back down towards around 30k, technically we could still remain within the weekly bullish trend here on the weekly time frame. But if we're taking a look at the daily time frame, obviously we're looking at slightly smaller trends in the price of Bitcoin, these short-term bullish and bearish trends. And so this trend right here on the daily time frame has lasted since around the beginning of October, is when we've been trending in the more bullish direction on the daily time frame. And if we start breaking below around 40,000 US dollars, then at that stage, personally, I'll start flipping a little bit more bearish on the price of Bitcoin in terms of the trend here on the daily time frame. And if we're looking at previous short-term bearish trends here in the price of Bitcoin on the daily time frame, these usually last for around 1 to 2 months if we're looking at these previous short-term bearish trends. But once again, these can occur within the much larger bullish trend on the weekly time frame, as we saw back here. Obviously, we saw short-term bearish trends on the daily time frame within the much larger bullish trend here on the weekly time frame. And so as always, it is important to understand the difference between the different time frames, because I always get comments on these videos talking about how we could be bullish on one time frame and bearish on another time frame, but obviously different time frames mean different things. For example, perhaps in a week from now, we could see a lower price in the price of Bitcoin, but in a year from now, we could see a much higher price in the price of Bitcoin, which is really what the time frames show. And if we're taking another look at the daily Bitcoin chart, at least as of right now, the DXY or US dollar index has not yet confirmed a bullish trend reversal, but it is potentially getting closer to one, because as of right now, the DXY is still in this short-term bounce. We're still bouncing back to the upside. And if we start seeing a new higher low form or any new higher highs like that, obviously that would be a strong signal pointing towards a bullish trend reversal in the DXY. And obviously the last few times we've seen a bullish trend reversal here in the DXY in the trend on the daily time frame, this has resulted in a short-term bearish trend in the price of Bitcoin, also on the daily time frame. And so obviously I'll be keeping a close eye on the DXY if this bounce continues further to the upside, or if we see a slight pullback and a higher low form. Obviously that would be a fairly strong bearish signal for Bitcoin if we see more of that play out. But at least as of right now, once again, we have not yet actually confirmed a bullish trend reversal in the DXY, which means at least as of right now, we have not confirmed a new bearish trend here on the daily time frame for the price of Bitcoin. And so at least as of right now, we're technically still within a bullish trend. And if we're taking a look at this daily Bitcoin chart, obviously we're still within this ascending parallel channel, which is technically a bullish trend, forming higher lows and higher highs. And this line of support right here is sitting just below $40,000, more specifically around 39.7k, which basically means we have support around that area. We could bounce around that area if we pull back further to the downside in the short term. But basically, if we start breaking below that line right there, below this previous line of support, then in that case, once again, that would be another signal pointing towards potentially a bearish trend reversal on the daily time frame, which, remember, on the weekly time frame would simply look like a larger correction within the much larger bullish trend. But at least for now, not even that has been confirmed, at least not yet. And if we're taking a look at the 4-hour time frame, right now we're still running into this area of support, sitting in between around 42.4k to around 42.7k. But obviously just recently, over the last 1 day or so, we did see a break below that line of support due to this short-term bearish pattern right here on the 1-hour time frame. But I'll talk more about that in just a moment. First, taking a quick look at that 4-hour time frame. Once again, we're running into that area of support, which is sitting at the first price target for the rising wedge pattern, sitting at around 42.6k. And so technically speaking, we've already partially completed the rising wedge pattern, but the full technical price target, the complete technical price target, is sitting around the bottom of the wedge, which is basically this area of support in between around 40,500 to around 41k. But what we are now seeing in the short term is a new bullish divergence play out with lower lows confirmed in the price in the 4-hour candle closes and higher lows confirmed here in the 4-hour Bitcoin RSI. And as you can see, the last time we saw a bullish divergence here on the 4-hour time frame, that played out in the form of a bullish relief over the next few days. But obviously a major difference between right now and what we saw back then was the fact that back then we did not have the spot Bitcoin ETFs. They were still ahead of us, which meant we had a lot of hype surrounding those spot Bitcoin ETFs, pushing the price higher in anticipation of those being launched. But obviously right now we already have those spot Bitcoin ETFs behind us. The hype is beginning to die down. And on top of that, the grayscale Bitcoin trust, all of the Bitcoin in that trust has essentially now been unlocked due to that ETF being approved. And so now with people moving out of the grayscale ETF into other potentially cheaper ETFs due to cheaper fees, obviously that can cause selling pressure, as I've talked about recently on the channel. And so not only are we lacking the hype that we saw back there in the price of Bitcoin, lacking that bullish hype, once again, we're also seeing a lot of selling pressure, at least initially, from specifically the grayscale Bitcoin ETF. And so obviously this is still a bullish divergence, which usually plays out in the form of either choppy sideways price action or potentially a slight bullish relief in the short term. And so at least over the next one day or so, I would expect at least some choppy sideways price action or possibly a bullish relief over the next one day or so. But as I discussed in my last video here on the channel, obviously when the stock market opens up again in the US, that means the spot Bitcoin ETFs begin trading again in the US, which potentially means more outflows from grayscale, which could result in more selling pressure like what we saw just here. But if you want to know more about that, then check out my last video here on the channel to find out more about the grayscale Bitcoin ETF and how it can cause some selling pressure in the short term. But between now and the US stock market open, obviously over the next one day, once again, we could potentially see a slight bullish relief or at least some choppy sideways price action, especially now that this symmetrical triangle pattern has already completed its break to the downside and has now obviously broken back above this line right here. And so like I said in my last video here on the channel, if we confirm a break below this line of support, which was sitting at around 42.6k, I said if we break below that line right there, that would set up a technical price target for this symmetrical triangle pattern, which was sitting at around 41.8k approximately, and we pretty much exactly hit that price target before then bouncing back to the upside in the price of Bitcoin with that new bullish divergence that we're now seeing on the 4-hour time frame. And so obviously that could have been a very profitable trade if you took a short position around the point of the break to the downside and then it closed that position around this technical price target, or simply moved your stop loss into profits as the position moved into profits. Either way, that could have been a very profitable short position. And as always, whenever I see them, I'll be sharing these trading opportunities in these videos. So make sure you subscribe to this channel with notifications turned on so that you don't miss out on these trading opportunities that could potentially make you some easy money. And while we're waiting for the next trade to take, obviously make sure to have an account on an exchange ready to go so that you can take these trades if you want to. And personally, I use Bybit to take these trades. So I'll make sure to leave a link to Bybit in the description down below and in the pinned comment. And in fact, if you use that link down below this video to make a Bybit account, you can get up to a $30,000 deposits bonus, but only if you use that link down below this video. But for whatever reason, if you cannot access Bybit or if you cannot KYC on Bybit, there is also Bitflex, which is another crypto exchange similar to Bybit, but you don't need KYC for Bitflex. And so I will also make sure to leave a link to Bitflex in the description down below and in the pinned comment. And if you use that link to make a Bitflex account and deposit at least $100 worth of crypto and to make one trade over on Bitflex, then you can get 10 USDT completely for free. And so if you're trading crypto anyway, or if you're preparing to take the next trade, you might as well get set up ready to go on one of those exchanges using those links down below this video if you want to get those extra bonuses. But obviously this trade right here has now completed. We've already hit the technical price target for the symmetrical triangle pattern and now broken back above this line of previous support, which would technically invalidate the pattern if we didn't already hit the price target. And if we're taking a look at the ETH to US dollar chart on the weekly time frame, just over the last one day, we have now finally seen a weekly candle close only just above this significant level of resistance, which is the 38.2% Fibonacci level, sitting at approximately 2440. And we ended up seeing the weekly candle close confirm at approximately 2470, which is only just above the resistance, but is still technically above the resistance. And so at least for now, we do have one initial signal, just one confirmation signal confirming the breakout above this level, which is technically a bullish signal here on the weekly time frame. And so in order to invalidate this breakout now, we would need to see a confirmed break back below 2440 with a weekly candle close back below that level. And as for the next resistance on the weekly time frame, that would be the 50% retracement level, which is sitting at around 2.9k. And above that, we have the golden pocket, the most important area on the chart, sitting in between around 3.4k to 3.5k. And as for the trend on the weekly time frame, obviously we're still technically within a much larger bullish trend, forming higher lows and higher highs here on the weekly time frame, just like Bitcoin. But if we're taking a look at the daily time frame, obviously this bearish divergence right here is still active and playing out right now because we have confirmed higher highs in the price and confirmed lower highs in the RSI, meaning we're due to see a reduced bullish momentum, at least in the short term, relative to the daily time frame, which usually means a couple of weeks or so. This usually plays out if we're looking at bearish divergence on the daily time frame, and it usually plays out in the form of choppy sideways price action or potentially a slight pullback in the price of ETH as the most common outcomes. And at least as of right now, we've seen a bit of both. We've seen a slight pullback from the local high, but ultimately we have also seen some choppy sideways price action just in the short term, as we can see here on the 4-hour time frame. Just over the last few days, we've seen a lot of choppy sideways price action with now 2 perfect bounces from this line of support sitting at around 2460 approximately. And so once again, that is still the short-term support to pay attention to, but if we see a confirmed break below 2460, then in that case, the next short-term support is this price range right here, which was previous resistance and is also based on the 50% retracement level sitting in between around 2380, going all the way up towards around 2410, once again acting as support. And as for short-term resistance, we could find some resistance at around 2550 to 2560, and above that we have some more short-term resistance at around 2580 to 2590. And so basically in between around 2560 to 2590, that is the short-term area of resistance to pay attention to. And obviously above that, if we saw more of a bounce in the price of ETH, obviously we also have resistance around these local highs, which is sitting at approximately 2690, very close to 2.7k, especially if you're looking at the candle wick highs. But ultimately in the short term, once again, we're lacking bullish momentum. We're basically seeing a cool off in the short term, especially here in the RSI from those overbought territories on the 4-hour time frame, and also due to the fact that that bearish divergence is still active here on the daily time frame, once again resulting in reduced bullish momentum. And so like I said earlier, we're basically taking a bit of a short-term pause from that bullish trend here on the daily time frame, and especially here on the weekly time frame. And if we're taking a look at the price of Solana against the US dollar on the 4-hour time frame, right now the price of Solana is still just chopping around sideways in this massive sideways price range right here, in between the golden pocket and this 23.6% Fibonacci level. First of all, that golden pocket is sitting in between around $83.50 to around $85.50, and that 23.6% Fibonacci level is sitting at around $108 to $109. And so obviously if you have a grid bot strategy set up right now in that price range right there, right now you're making a lot of easy profits passively just by the price chopping around sideways. And if you want to know how to do that, if you want to know how you can easily profit without doing much work just by the price chopping around sideways, then make sure to watch the video in the bottom left of your screen right now, because that video right there shows you how you can easily profit in choppy sideways price action, and the video in the top left shows you how you can long or short crypto to make money if the price is bullish or bearish. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next video.